Namaskar, this is Akhilesh Bhargava again. Welcome to Tidbits on Business and Finance with me. The Economic Times reports that the jailed directors of Unitech, its managing director Sanjay Chandra and his brother Ajay Chandra, who are lodged in the infamous notorious Tihar Jail on charges of having duped thousands of home buyers by not giving them the apartments that they promised and have certainly misappropriated thousands of crores of rupees. At the moment, they are in Tihar Jail, but the ET reports that they have been having a grand time, a great luxurious time in the infamous Tihar Jail. It was a complaint by 25 inmates of Tihar Jail to a particular High Court judge that led to an inspection being conducted of Tihar Jail by an additional sessions judge of Delhi. This additional sessions judge visited Tihar Jail and found that Sanjay Chandra and Ajay Chandra, the directors of Unitech Ltd, were living a very luxurious life. He found that they had access to coconut water, mineral water, fruits, home cooked food, any amount of access to cell phone. They had a computer, they had a printer, they were given a separate room for an office, they had mattresses, they had blankets, they had badminton rackets, they had any amount of visitors who would visit them. In other words, they were leading a great life in the jail. And it was because of this stark disparity that if you are a very rich white collar criminal who can get what he wants even in a jail, it was this kind of a disparity which led to these 25 jail inmates to file a complaint, and the High Court, the Delhi High Court, found the matter to be so grave that it converted it into a PIL and asked the additional sessions judge to visit Tihar Jail and give a report. The additional sessions judge in his report certainly states, which is the very obvious, that without the involvement of the DG prisons and the senior jail officials of Tihar, this kind of a violation of the jail rule book and manual could not have taken place. Without the connivance and approval of these senior jail officials, all these kind of items that they were found with, whether it was food, mattresses, computers, electronics, furniture, you name it, would not have been possible unless a nod was given, a direction was given by the senior jail officials. The judge thus recommends to the High Court that an FIR should be lodged against the DG prisons, Tihar, and other senior officials who are involved in this violation. The interesting part is that while these white collar, uber rich billionaire prisoners are leading such a luxurious life in Tihar Jail, which is otherwise supposed to be very notorious and infamous, on the other hand, the Indian white collar criminals in London have been putting up all kinds of frivolous complaints before the judges and courts in the UK to stop their extradition to India. In a recent case, an infamous bookie called Sanjeev Chawla, he had appealed to the courts in the UK. He had appealed that he should not be deported to India because he will be lodged in Tihar Jail, which will subject him to torture, inhuman and degraded treatment. Luckily, the High Court at London turned down his plea and said that he has to be deported. His extradition plea on this ground that Tihar is an infamous, notorious place where his life is at danger and where he would be given an inhuman treatment was turned down. Who says he'll get an inhuman treatment? As long as he's got the money to bribe the jail officials, he's bound to live the life of luxury in the jail. That also reminds us that is a similar scene in the case of Vijay Mallya, who has been contesting extradition to India, saying that the notorious Arthur jail of Mumbai would be a danger to his life if he is lodged there. A lot of drama took place. In fact, the jail authorities at Arthur Road had to even send a video to the court in the UK to establish that what Vijay Mallya was saying was wrong. The sad reality is that for those very wealthy and extremely well-connected persons who have the money and resources to buy influence, even a jail for them becomes a palace. There is no hardship for them in a jail life. They lead luxurious lives. So whether it is this Sanjay Chandra or Ajay Chandra, believe us, if it was a Vijay Mallya who was sent back to India and put in one of these jails, he too would have a great life. he would have access to all the officials concerned, he would have all the goodies that are needed, including his famous Kingfisher products, and there would be nothing called a jail life for which he is being sought to be punished. Even the directors of Unitech are not being really punished. They are leading a luxurious life in the jail and they are making a mockery of the law. So as long as for a price, for an inducement, the authorities are willing to be induced and made collusive in an act, a jail makes no difference. It is time for the UK authorities to be informed this so that at least they are clear that jail life for the likes of Vijay Mallya probably and Sanjeev Chawla, the bookie who was caught, would not be what they project to the authorities and the judges and the courts in the UK. This is Akhilesh Bhargava signing off till we meet again. Namaskar.